Charlie, I'm going to read the chapter 4. No. No, yes, the chapter 4. Okay. the death of Major Salto. We followed the Indian several into the house. He stopped in front of an open door. Come in, said the voice. We entered Holmes with Morstan and myself and were astonished. The room in which we're standing was full of Indian painting and ornaments. The carpet was soft and very thick. There were two large tiger skins of the walls. In the center of the room stood a stranger little man with a bald head. He was smiling, but he seemed very nervous. My name, said the bald-headed man, is Tadeu Solto. You are Miss Morstan, of course. And these two gentlemen? This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes and his Dr. Watson. And this is Dr. Watson. A doctor, cried Thaddeus, Sholto excited. Oh, please, could you listen to my heart? I'm very worried about my heart. I listened to his heart beating, but I could hear nothing wrong. Okay. Here is the photo. The meeting. Oh. Okay. With it. There is nothing wrong with your heart. With your heart. I told him. I'm so glad, said Tadeu Soto. Miss Morstan, your father had a very weak heart. If his heart had been stronger, he would miss have been alive today. Miss Morstan said, sit down, and her face turned very white. I knew that he was dead, she said. There tears in the, there were tears in her eyes. I was very angry at Thaddeus also. He did not notice how much he had upset Miss Morstan. Please tell us we had been brought here. And Miss Morstan saw Thaddeus also began his strange story, and we listened. My father Salto said was Major Salto of the Indian Army. He retired from the army about 11 years ago. He bought a house in North London. He called the house Pondicherry Lodge. My brother Bartholomew and I were his children. When knew that Captain Morstan, Miss Morstan fathers, and our father had been very good friends in India. When we heard that Captain Morstan had disappeared, we were very upset. My brother Bartholomew and I also never knew that our father was afraid of something. He never went alone. He often spoke about a man with a wooden leg who followed him. He seemed very afraid of this man. Did he tell you why he was afraid? Asked Holmes. No, he didn't. Thaddeus Sholto replied. Then he continued with his story. One day in 1882, our father received a letter from India. This letter upset him very much. He became ill. Every day he grew weaker. At last, he was dying. He asked to see Me and my brother Bartholomew. We went to his room. He told us to lock the door and come over to the bed. Then he held our hands and spoke to us. He said that he wanted to tell us the truth about Captain Morstan dead was the only person who knew this terrible secret when father was in India, the Captain Morstan they found a great treasure. I was called the Great Agra treasure. The jewels in his treasure were worth more than £1,000,000. Father brought the Agra treasure back England. Morstan followed him and came at once to the house to ask his share. But the treasure had made father ready. He he did not want to give any of it to Morstan. He wanted to keep it all for myself. Morstan became very angry. They had a terrible argument. Father knew that Morstan's heart was weak. Suddenly the colors Morstan face changed. Father saw at once that Morstan was dead. He did not know what to do. He had no killed Morstan, but he was afraid that people would believe that he had killed Morstan. He decided to say nothing. He hid the body, and he also hid the great Agra treasure. Soon of the news Morstan's disappearance spread through London. Only the father knew the terrible truth. He told us he told us he was dying, that he had been wicked and greedy man. He said that he had acted very wrongly, but that he had pain for his crime. The Agua treasure never brought his happiness, only a fear and jollity. Then he told us to listen carefully. Then he began to tell us where he has hidden the treasure. At the moment, a terrible change came over father's face. He pointed at the window and cried out in a voice of help, "Keep him, keep him out, keep him out!" My brother and I stared at the window. We, we, we saw a horrid face looking at in the through the window. It was wild and had black beard and cruel eyes. We rushed to the window, but the man had gone. When we went back to the bed, father was dead. What did you do then? Asked Holmes. We ran onto the garden, replied Solto. We look Solto or Sholto? Solto. Sholto. Sholto. Okay, we looked everywhere, but we found nothing. In the morning, we went to our father's room. We found that someone had been in the room during the night. There was a piece of paper on the bed inside my father's, and on this paper, some words were written. These words were the sing of four. I think this man is the father, or yes, maybe it's the father, because then it says that in the room of the father was like if someone sleep inside, and they found a letter that says the sing of four. They only talk about what happened. The childrens of the Miss Morstan were um, Thaddeus and her brother Bartholomew are the new two characters and only. Bye, Charlie.